Hi, I'm Melissa Goodman. I'm a holistic nutritionist in Los Angeles, California, and we are Facebook Live. And I do screw up a lot, but I have the honor every week to interview someone in the wellness space that I feel is a game changer. And today I have a really, really dear friend who's been in my life for a number of years, who has actually changed my life in so many ways. I have two girls, as you know, and he has changed their lives as well, and many, many clients. His name is Alessandro Giannetti. He is a spiritual intuitive healer, and he's a teacher as well. And basically, I love having him in my life. Every time I see him, I just want to give him a big hug, a big kiss. You know, those people you just go, you just relax when you see them.
At ease.
So welcome to my show.
Thank you for having me.
I'm here because of you, really. So I know
so
that's going to embarrass you.
Yeah, for what you've done. I mean, you kill it. Every year you step up the bar, and this is just awesome. It suits
Thank you.
So
thank you.
Thank you.
So tell me, what you're doing in this wellness arena. I mean, there's so much going on in the spiritual, intuitive healing area, and you've been doing it for so many years. You know, what is your expertise compared to, well, not really compared to anybody else, but what is your expertise?
So it's funny. People are always asking me to kind of define what I do, and I feel like I'm kind of one of the first to do it, but at the core of everything I do, what I do is I connect a person to their soul path, their soul purpose, the thing that we all came here to do. I have this knowing there's over 7.5 billion people on this planet, and each of us are here with a very unique, special soul pull that I call it, and nobody came here to listen to other people, to get advice from other people. Mm-hmm. Everyone in their own right is here to be a leader and to pioneer and to contribute to the world in incredible ways. So at the core of everything I do is I help people to what I call wake up. I don't feel like I do that much teaching. I feel like I get people to wake up and connect with their soul path, soul purpose, and that's where the happiness and everything else comes. And all the other modalities I get into with helping people heal their bodies, heal the sick, the things that Western medicine says we have to live with for the rest of our lives, things like that. But what I'm doing at the core is I'm empowering people. I'm teaching people to heal themselves. I'm teaching people to break the dependencies. And it's been an awesome process. And
you've been doing this a very long time.
Yeah.
I mean, how did you tap into this for yourself, like early in the early years?
It was funny. I had this deep yearning at like 4 or 5 years old to be a ninja.
That young?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I had this fascination with
Right.
martial arts. And funny enough, my parents, who were the sweetest, most amazing people in the world, they were like, cool, we'll sign you up for martial arts classes. And they sent me in, and the beautiful thing about the martial arts I was in, it was a very internal style. So 5 years old, I learned to still the mind and meditate. Then at 13 years old, I learned this thing called Qi Gong and starting to develop and move energy in the body.
Wow.
And at 14, I was doing hands-on work with people. I was finding out that not only were we using it for striking purpose, but we were also using it to put our hands on people, clear out energy, and help sickness and disease. So
were you scaring people at 14 doing this, or?
I was very scary. No, not at all. It was very under wraps,
Yeah.
and I didn't think there was anything special about it until I was about 16 years old. I met this woman. She had this huge reputation where I grew up for being able to talk to guides and guardian angels. And for me, it just really resonated at a young age because I knew there were energies outside, things that had happened to me in my life. I shouldn't have made it through, but did, and there was only an active source that I made it through.
Right.
So I saw this woman at 16, and the first words out of her mouth, and she's beautiful too, she's 42, Italian woman, swore and all these other things, and the first words out of her mouth are, "You're a healer." And I replied, I was like, what's that?
Yeah.
Had no clue. And then she planted some seeds, and then when I was around 16, 17, I had some really cool hands-on experiences with helping sickness and disease. And then it started expanding to helping people in different areas of their lives. And today I've sort of become a mechanic for people's bodies and their lives. And whatever it is, whether it's financial, relationship, business, growing a business, health, any of the things, it's all kind of solved by the same core addressing. So,
And that core is, I mean, I know you're a man of many traits. When if someone has a relationship issue or a money issue or a sickness, I mean, any of these things they can go to you, but usually it's like, seems like it's separated. They go to certain healers for certain things, but
the core principle I work
yeah.
with is empowering them through self-love. That is the very first thing. LA, for those of you who live out here,
Right.
know it is a very harsh town if you have some imbalances at your core. If you're dealing with you're not good enough and being hard on yourself, you will be met by a barrage of people out here who are hard on you, who don't like you, and who cause a lot of problems.
So they'll show you what you need to learn.
Yes.
Sort of.
So that is a core principle in which
Right.
I address right away, because if you want a better relationship, if you want a job, this is how I put a lot of people's careers on the map, is because I sit down with them and I'll ask them two questions. How good are you at what you do, and are you deserving to have that?
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of times the brain speaks
I
up.
remember
And
those
the brain's
questions.
like, yeah, the brain speaks up and the brain's like, yeah, I'm ready. I'm so ready. And then I'm reading because I'm intuitive.
Mm-hmm.
I go in, I'm like, your soul says you're not even close to being ready. We have to match up the brain and the soul. And it's when that harmony comes about and I help them to see what I see in them, that's when the magic happens. That's when the careers blow up. That's when they get in front of people. So that's kind of the core of my process.
So how do you match up those? How do you teach? Do you just clear it out of them? Do you clear out that feeling of not good enough, self-worth?
So years ago, yes, I used to. But then I kind of found myself with the same struggle that I thought Western and all these other modalities had, was I didn't want to be the reason that somebody got better. I didn't want to take the credit for fixing a person's life. So what I do today is there are some incredible beings. There's a guy, his name's David Pinsato. He's a music producer, and what he believed in the people on his show was I can give away everything. I can teach everything I know.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not going to affect my business one bit, because it's not the things I know that are the secret ingredient. It's me. And that is the principle in which I operate. And I have a huge goal in this lifetime. And most people will be like, oh my gosh, that's never been done. My goal in this lifetime is to reach over 3.5 billion people. And even if I come close to that, it'll be awesome.
Whoa.
But the goal for that is the laws of the universe and how everything works. The most amount of people I could win over on this planet is half, because it has to stay in balance. So what I do is I'm creating teachers. I'm giving away every single thing I know how to do. I'm teaching people how to use their intuition, how to follow their own inner compass. And from that, it's the people I can't reach, no matter what numbers I hit, they're going to reach more people. And it's a task that's going to involve and need so many people to reach the whole world. Because by myself, if I killed it in this lifetime, I could only reach half the people on this earth.
Interesting.
So,
wow. I've never heard it put that way.
Right?
Yeah.
So that's why I believe in giving everything away. I don't withhold the secrets of what brought my business to the levels it has, why my clients seem to grow and get on their soul path so quick.
Right.
So it can't live and die with me. Everybody needs to know. And
that's a beautiful thing. Wow.
It's fun.
It is fun. I know. You have so much fun doing it. When I see you, it's like you light up a room because you love what you do. I mean, and you're so good at it. Bottom line, these audios too that I've experienced with you are really exceptional. I've never seen anything like it out there. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yes. That's actually one of my favorite things. And that's where I'm pushing the limits of what I thought was possible as a healer. When I connect people to their soul path, I kind of help them to discover where the want is to make something better, and then also find something that the world needs. Well, at the time in my business, there was no way of me helping the volume of people who were seeking to work with me. So I was like, I got to create more of myself. And through students, everyone is their own unique signature. So it was different. And with the healing work that I could help provide people, I was like, there's got to be another way. And then I had a background in music, and I figured out that I could embed the frequencies and everything that I have and am connected with during a healing, and embed that in an audio into that stuff. So that wasn't good enough for me. The thing I wanted to do was, I believe that the human body we're born with, we're not even scratching the surface of potential. So what I'm doing at the core of this is I'm tweaking the DNA the brain, the heart, brain, and other parts of the body, and basically unlocking the hidden human potentials that science is just starting to discover.
Wow.
So that's what those healings are.
We're going to talk a little bit more about that when we come back. We're going to take a break at the moment, and we'll be back with Alessandro.
Hi, I'm Michael Warmoth. I'm a board-certified pediatrician working for HEAL.
Hi, I'm Dr. Rashonda Clemens. I'm a board-certified pediatrician.
Hi, my name is Dr. Meghna Motiani, and I practice internal medicine.
Hi, my name is Dr. Talia Katibi. I'm a board-certified pediatrics.
Hi, my name is Dr. Wong. I'm a board-certified family practitioner.
I joined HEAL because as a mother, I value the importance of practicality.
I joined HEAL to bring patient care back to you, our patients.
I joined HEAL to provide medical care on a different platform and to even the playing field for those who feel they don't have access.
I joined HEAL was because I found out about the organization and thought it would be ideal to be able to practice medicine the way I was trained to practice medicine.
Patients love it. I get to spend more time with them, and that makes all the difference.
HEAL offers comprehensive, compassionate medical care in the convenience of the family home, and patients seem so grateful to have us there.
So we're back with Alessandro, and he's been explaining his audios that are quite exceptional. I just have to say a few things about these audios because I've used a bunch of them, and I used one to heal my hypothyroidism Hashimoto's, and I am healed. So I think that is part of what helped me was rebalancing all of that, as well as you have a youth aging one.
Yeah.
Oh my God. 6 months ago, I used that. I honestly have never felt better in my life. So I do have to say that I'm sure, like, I'm a walking testament to some of these audios to be able to, like you said, change the DNA. It's really quite exceptional that someone can do that just by listening to an audio.
It's so cool. Everything in this universe, light, is manipulated by frequency, vibration, and other forces. And we have so many scientific instruments out there that can verify that we're sending information, that we're sending frequencies and waves and stuff like that. So there was a really cool experiment that was done a few years back now on DNA.
Mm-hmm.
And what they did was they took 2 vials of damaged DNA, things that had traits for cancer, the DNA strands were broken and stuff like that. And in a very controlled room, they took these vials that were measured under a very high-powered microscope, put across a room, and on one experiment, they took a frequency generator and they set it for a healing heart frequency, and they had sent that over to the DNA. And then we've all heard of the plant experiment where you have 2 plants, you talk one,
right.
The other one you're like, you're horrible, you're never going to grow. And one plant
and it shrivels away.
Yeah,
right.
And the other one shrivels up.
Right.
So they had a person across in the room saying, you're getting stronger, you're getting better, that your weaknesses are now strengths and all these things. Anyway, after some time, they took both of these DNAs and reanalyzed them. And what they had found was the DNA had actually repaired itself, number one, but the traits for cancer and stuff like that were gone. And this is, like I said, this was published in Science, which is incredible.
Right.
So anyway, healers, the really advanced ones have been doing this for a long time. And I always had this knowing that, like, we're not even close to scratching the potential of what we can do. So one of the things that is on everyone's mind is being able to keep their body. Why do I have to degrade? Why do I have to get older? So I was like, my engineering brain
I love
was
that
like,
part.
I can fix this. And I went in and I asked questions. All the information I get doesn't come from me. I channel it from what I would say source, whatever that means to whoever is listening, fill in the blank. But I was told and guided to, and how to remove through energies, frequency and vibration, how to pull out the stuff in the DNA that no longer served us, and creating from energy new pieces that are strong, like taking out the aging in the DNA and replacing it with eternal youth. So when people do this healing, I've had people been able to reset the physical age look clock of 20 years. And it's incredible.
Like go back 20 years, you're saying?
Looks. So, and it's different for other people, but what I find for most people, they can.
I should have chose an earlier age.
You're like,
I was trying to be reasonable.
Yeah, totally. And that's what it is. So what I'll normally do is, if I have the ability to talk with a person before they do it, I'll feel in. I'll be like, your body's going to let you go back 9 years in looks. Your body says you can go back 15 years in looks. I was like, but think it through, because if you're a professional out there in the real world and you look like you're 22 years old, how many people aren't going to take you seriously?
Oh, I never thought about that.
Right?
Yeah.
So with that stuff,
So it's almost like too much of a good thing.
Yes.
It could be.
Yes, you
Right.
could shoot
Mhm.
yourself in the foot where
Mhm.
nobody ever takes you seriously, and
Right.
you're constantly having to flash your ID for every interview.
Right.
They're like, no, really, this is my age.
Right.
But yeah, the youth one is incredible. You get to pick an age of feel and an age of looks.
Mhm.
And what I've found over the years and what I'm trying to pioneer is what we're born with, we can change. And people have been
Mhm.
doing it, and I'm just trying to do it in a different way.
Right.
And the really cool part about it is just it normally right now it takes about anywhere from 10 months to 11 months to fully
see that
physically
difference?
manifest.
Okay.
Yeah, because what it does is it shapes the energy, which is kind of the core broadcast code.
Right.
And then what it does is it takes time to make its way into the slower moving energy. So right now it's about 11 months. And then I intuitively heard and had the want to be
Uh-huh.
able to speed it up. And I'm hearing that I'm on the verge of being able to make this full transition within 30 days for people. Which
What?
would be really cool. Yeah.
Oh my God.
So this is the stuff I'm doing in
I
my
know.
personal time to kind of further the whole world of what we can achieve and what I can do, and then I'll teach it.
So your goal really is sort of my goal as well. I think that's why I'm so attracted to you, is that you really want people to get like regain the control over their health and their life and their spiritual, just everything about them, feel good about themselves sooner than later. Not having them have to go to see you every month, right? Just really taking the power back like they can. And the health too, for me, it's like somebody asked me this week, when do I come back and see you? And I'm like, maybe you don't have to.
Hopefully never, right?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's been the thing that has been my personal challenge,
Mhm.
and something I thought existed in the world, but what I found didn't.
Right.
Was I wanted to heal people in one session. I wanted to have one session be so life-changing that unless they were a teacher trying to implement new skill sets and tools, we'd never have to see each other again.
Wow.
And that's, I think I've gotten really close to that over the years.
I think you have too, because I know people who come to see you and they're basically transformed. I don't know who they are when they come back to see me. I'm like, are you that same person?
That's awesome.
I mean, it is pretty awesome.
It's the coolest thing. I get the coolest testimonials, the coolest things. And at this point, I'm at the point of really creating teachers who I'm embracing
Yeah.
through my company. And I get letters and mail and testimonials from people all over the world. Like, you were doing such a good thing. This person changed my life.
Right.
And I heard that you're helping to wake them up, and I want to thank you too.
Right.
So it's been really cool.
Now, going just a little bit back
Yeah,
to like
sure.
the self-worth and
Yeah.
all of that you talked about, that we all are talking about these days,
Mhm.
because that's the core of why we're not probably pursuing or doing what we're passionate about. We're not living our purpose,
Yeah.
so to speak. So is that really all of us have that in us? Is that like the core of why we get stuck?
Yes.
Or there are many different facets to why we get stuck?
The world wasn't equipped to deal with people who are of a higher vibration, of a higher frequency, of a higher spiritual connection.
Yeah.
And our teachers, our peers, the people we looked up to, they weren't equipped to deal with special people who believe in being still and being able to shape and change the world through conscious intent and through willing and connecting the heart. So we
God, even more so now, right?
Yeah.
With this year. Okay.
So
Wow.
if you grew up, which I myself did too,
Mhm.
we grow up under these teachers who don't know how to give us the right skill sets and tools. And sometimes we're having to learn and relearn everything at 30, 40, 50, 60, 70.
Exactly.
And so what it is if we start out as a kid, two things can happen. Either from our parents, if our parents are hard on themselves,
Yeah.
we can energetically inherit that and we start
Okay.
to embody that. So at a very young age, and even through the education system, what happens in schools is, or at least from when I was back in school, and I went to okay schools, was whatever subject you're dragging in and not doing well in, they address that, they put all the attention on that, you get tutors and stuff for that, and then the stuff that you could be amazing at, they just leave. So at a very young age, through every area in our life, we're taught to focus on what's wrong. What's wrong ends up being taken personally by us, and that gets in the way of everything.
Wow.
And that is the sole purpose of anybody who wants to step into a spotlight in any part of the world. If you don't think you're incredible, if you don't love who you are, nobody is going to buy the product that you personally won't buy.
Right. That you're putting out there.
And that's
Yeah.
what it is.
And
So-
yourself.
Yes.
Like-
So if you don't have that high level of self-love, which even to this day, I've spent years, like 15 years plus years, working on myself, making peace with the things that have shaped me into the person today, the obstacles and the hard things. And if I'm still working on this stuff, everyone is probably working on it. Not that I'm that special, but I learn and move quick. And if I've spent over 15 years on it, other people are probably going through it. So
I know. Well, it's been phenomenal having you here. I feel like you're like part of my family, so you're not.
I feel like I'm part of your family.
I know you are. I ask all my guests if they could sum up their mission in one word. This might be a little difficult for you, but could you do that?
Empowerment.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's empowered people make great decisions and
They
don't
do.
get emotionally affected.
Yeah.
And that will change the world.
Yeah. Wow. Thank you so much, Alessandro.
Thank you for
You're
having
really
me.
shining light in my life. Thank you, everyone, for being here, listening to the Alyssa Goodman Show this week.